So this is probably a bad idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
My name is Farik. I'm 21, studying computer science, doing my final year now, and teaching a few lessons here and there myself. I stay in Durban North, not too far away from the coastline, and I'm just a normal guy trying to see what happens if an everyday person like me, with no childhood pipeline or amazing genetics or cultural background, commits fully, intelligently, and brutally to one specific goal: running. But now, having said that, this isn't going to be a channel where I teach you how to run fast and drop my mysterious secrets, because to be honest, I don't know how to run fast yet. This is going to be a channel about becoming something that, to be honest, I'm not even sure that I can be yet. Uh, Everybody starts YouTube when they're already elite. Uh, which is probably what a lot of us are used to seeing, especially when it comes to running. But I'm still using chat at like 2 in the morning to see if the run that I did yesterday was on point. So if this works, if this channel works, I mean, then you'll see exactly how it worked. And if it fails, then well, you will see that too. Now, just to give you some background, I wasn't always into fitness. I would say from the ages of about 10 to 14, I was actually really overweight, uncomfortable in my own skin, you could say, that whole shebang. And then around the age of 14, that's when I found gym. And then by 16, I was like properly jacked. I mean, yoked. And then next, kickboxing, calisthenics. I'm talking handstands, levers, all that Instagram shit. If you name it, I was doing it. And I was good at a lot of things, but basically great at none. And running was always there, but it was never like the main focus, like just solely that. Like there was a few park runs, 5, 10Ks here and there, and then only like later on, like 1 or 2 half marathons with absolutely no plan. I mean, absolutely, like I was winging that shit, but I was busy like collecting skills, I guess you could say, in like different areas, but not like fully committing. And honestly, when it comes to excuses, trust me, I had many great ones. Wrong time, bad genetics, academics first, no background in the sport. Uh, and to be honest, guys, I mean, being Indian, we're not exactly told that sports is our thing growing up. And I think it's not because we can't run, it's just that culturally we don't. And at races in South Africa, I'm always almost the only Indian guy of my age at the start line, or like, to be honest, anywhere in the scene. And in one of my favorite sports psychologist interviews or podcasts or whatever it was, he said that we like to fool ourselves with thousands of excuses, uh, but not a single one of those excuses could be used as a reason not to try. Now, I watch a ton of running YouTube, and I respect and admire those guys so much because the amount that I've learned from them. But here's the thing, they always start YouTube when they're already on top, getting those sponsorships, those medals, and giving those trust the process speeches. And even when they do refer to their youth, they already had something. Their skills were highlighted because they were fast, or clearly were genetic outliers, or something like that. And unfortunately, I don't have that. So, in summary, basically, this channel is going to be like an experiment to see what happens if someone with a completely different background compared to most elites, you know, no winning track and field from the time they were like 3 years old, just makes effort, takes upon the injuries, the small wins. There's going to be a lot of running. And I can tell you one thing, this channel isn't going to be fancy. Um, just to drop like big time reality, actually, might as well just rip off the band-aid now in the first video. The part that you don't see on most channels is going to be highlighted in mine. I wake up at 10 to 4, half 3, around about there every morning. I sleep around 8 most nights, always dodging social things, missing out on a lot of fun, going out and stuff like that. I'd much rather be awake talking to my gorgeous girlfriend at that time of the night. There's gonna be no cinematic edits by any means, no inspirational, motivational. You can do it, be consistent, grind David Goggins stuff. It's not really gonna be here. It's really gonna be a lot of quiet and boring, grueling consistency. I mean, there'll be light moments and enjoyable moments here and there, with our small successes along the way that hopefully appear, but mostly grit and the blood and guts routine that most YouTubers and elite people never showcase. So basically, if I could summarize it into three or four points of the main reasons I'd be making this channel. Firstly, it's because I would want more people to see that sports and maybe even competing in them at an elite or sub-elite level, whatever it is, it's not only for a small group of certain people or like reserved for people of a certain background, or be it cultural, genetic, whatever it is. And I want to showcase the podium, not not the podium. I want to showcase the process over the podium, to see what it takes to even get there, first of all, rather than just glamorizing it the end point when everything is fine and dandy. And the biggest main backbone to this channel, to be honest, is because I want proof for myself. One of the main sticking points to me thinking should I quit all of the other areas of my life, like sports wise, and try and dial down and focus on this one specific thing and take it to the end, was that there's no proof out there. Nobody documents, or at least anyone that I found really documents the process up until being elite or sub-elite or whatever. So it's lonely, it's repetitive, but it's kind of beautiful in its own miserable way. Now I really just want people like me, especially in the Indian community, if I'm going to be completely honest, to see that it's possible. It's not easy, it's not guaranteed, but possible. And I want everyday people to see what I see, and see what the start to the finish actually looks like, not just the Instagram highlight. If you're here because you're curious, then welcome, and thank you so much for your support. If you're here because you're doubting yourself or me, then good, because same. And let's just see where it goes. Will it work? I have no idea, but stick around and you might just find out.